And as predicted, the Machine Man was not affected by radioactivity. In other news, hey everybody. Hi, this is me. I'm the guy who does these recordings. Anyway, if I remember to remove this over, what volume 8? Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Okay, hold up. What clown over here? Okay. Hey, let's start over again. Okay. This is a new video, right? We didn't just pause it and then restart it, and then when I pull it over. No, you're going to leave this part out too. Okay. Starting fresh. Oh. When I say starting fresh, it just makes more stuff that we're going to have to leave out of this one. Okay. Yeah, I'll just stand here and stop talking. Hey, it's Weekend Type Fun Volume 11. It's like a fiesta of eye bleeding. If they had fiestas for when make your eyes bleed. Anyway, so yeah. That's what happens. I remember that. Look, we're having a fiesta of delicious triangles, and I hope you will join us. Bienvenidos a Festivale de los Triangulos. I hope to God triangulos is how you say triangles in Spanish. Where's the phone lady? Hey, phone lady. How do you say triangle in Spanish?
I found 3 results in Spanish. Triangle, as in 3-sided polygon. Triángulo, as in something appearing as roughly 3-sided. Triangular.
Triángulo. I don't know if that's, the funny thing is that I remembered to ask the computer lady, but I did not remember to pay attention to what the answer that I wanted it to be was. I think I said triangulo. Maybe. You don't know. You don't have the ability to rewind this video and watch it and be like, that is not what you said. You have problems. Well, maybe I'm not the one with problems. Let's do the voice that we do. You know the voice. We do it at the beginning of every episode. Come on, boys and girls. Stop watching my videos. This is bull crap. I've told you how many times these are for me. These are not for you to watch. I am the only one who should ever see these. Like, for real. If you are not me, the person who is talking right now, and you are watching this, please do something better with your life. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to clear my throat. Even though I know that's a terrible way to begin a thing. Like, it actually agitates your throat and makes it more prone to cracking. Anyway, ridiculous. Weekend Type Fun, Volume 11. There you go, children. Now off to bed. And remember to live a good life. Not the one you're currently living, because apparently it's not adding up. You have time to watch this nonsense. It's really get your life in order. Anyway, hey, look. It's an 11th episode celebratory extravaganza. Yes, it is. I mean, of course it is. This is Weekend Type Fun Volume 11. Did you think we forgot? We did not forget. It's a celebration and it's extravagant. And now, a speech. Wow. You really want me to give a speech? Oh, God, I'm so unprepared. I really haven't thought about it, you know? You just come to work every day. You put in your time just like everybody else, and then bam! Here you are. They just pull you up on stage and tell you, congratulations, it's been 11 episodes, 11 weeks. Can you believe that? You know, I grew up in a normal small town with a normal family. Nobody I'd ever met, hell, no one I'd ever heard of, had gone on to do 11 episodes of a YouTube series no one watched or asked for. 11. That's a big number, isn't it? You do one and you're like, wow, I didn't even know I had it in me to do a single show. I'm glad I survived. You do two and you're like, hey, this isn't bad. I could probably do this a couple more times. Then 3 through 9 are a blur. You don't even know how you're doing it, but you're cranking those shows out week after week. Then you get to 10, which isn't that big of a deal in and of itself. It's just that even the biggest, dumbest idiot knows what comes after 10. 11. Here we are. You hear that, Braxton? I don't even know how you do it. Week after week, you somehow churn out all the words for me to say. Now, I'm not saying they're good or anything. Thanks for writing me this speech, by the way. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. Now people might suspect that this is a prepared speech. They might even think that this isn't a heartfelt, clearly improvised gem of an acceptance speech that it so clearly is. Well, I'd better wrap this up quick. A big thanks to my wife and kids. We did it, honey. I also want to thank my team. You guys really did all the work. Yes, even you, Chaz. I need to thank my manager and my agent, who are two different people for some reason. Oh, and thanks to God, who is Emmylou Harris. And gets played off, it says. Gets played off. I'm sure we can manage that. Yeah, he just probably just keeps talking because that's what he would have done. Except it would have been funnier if this part were actually on the slide as well, where I'm saying the words that I'm currently saying right now. God, that would be something if they were on the next slide. Could you believe it if they were? Oh, let's find out. You and me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go there. The next slide. Let's see what we can see on the other side. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna blow our minds comedically? Or is it gonna be an utter disappointment? Let's find out. Oh, and now not this anymore. Well, oh boy, did you get let down. Not me. I'm just here for the ride. I'm just having a good time. I literally had no idea what was on the other side. I made this a couple hours ago, and I didn't pay that much attention while I was doing it. That's not to say it's not good. That is to say that if it's not good, it's not really surprising. Okay. Does he want to jump ship anytime you want to do something more than friendship? Does he say you're going overboard when you talk about a relationship? Sorry, I was thinking about ships when I made that last slide. I'm thinking of getting up the courage to just go on a cruise. You know, just do something for myself. By myself for once. Yeah, I know Sheila and George went on a cruise last month, but this has nothing to do with that. I've been thinking about doing this for years, and I think I'm finally going to go. Wow, this slide is unreadable. Don't think about Doritos. You're doing it right now, aren't you? Thinking about Doritos. Pfft. Doritos. Okay, like this is a regular corn flavor. Um, this is ranch. This is that ranch one that has like way too much of the stuff. This one is the nacho. This one is the spicy nacho. This one and this one, I have no idea. I haven't had those flavors. They exist though. Don't even think like our current chip proliferation rate. Haven't I talked about Pringles having too many? Oh, it was a sign of the time in a previous episode. A sign that the end is coming and that God will roll up this world like a scroll, which is something that is prophesied in the Bible. Look it up. Anyway, okay. But really, that wasn't even what I was supposed to talk about on this line. I was supposed to talk about Doritos, and I'd be talking about the end times. Jeez. Okay, but really, it's Ms. Kim Primrose's advice to young ladies who would rather not spend another year single and finally want to settle down with the man of their dreams. Wait, hold on a sec. What is it now? We've already started recording. I don't know if I feel comfortable. This is supposed to be some snooty bit for high-class dames, and yes, I have been speaking in this accent this whole time, and no, I didn't write that, so I could have a backdoor way of commenting on the fact that by the time I perform these slides, I no longer have any idea what's in them. This slide has been about the accent and nothing else. That's right. I told you before about me remembering what's in these slides. Come on. You'd think I'd have a slide about that? That's ridiculous. Look, you're going to do fine. You're going to put on a snooty accent, which is the accent you should have been using for all the floral slides this whole time. And, wait, no, not that one. No. I think the way this goes, it needs to be oh my. No, that's more like the, how you say, hedonism bod. Let us cavort like the Romans of old. You know the ones I mean. Like, oh no, it's Greeks of old. Anyway, I haven't watched Futurama in a while. It needs to be older woman, like, I suppose that is pretty close, those two accents. Like, I am a very noble person who puts my nose into everyone's business. The difference between that and I like to put my nose in her business. Ooh, yes, oh my. Like, it's not that much. There's not that much difference between those two. Okay. You're going to do fine. You're going to put on a snooty accent, which is the accent you should have been using for all the floral slides this whole time. And you're realizing right now that you got yourself twice in consecutive slides. I did. With you should have been doing this accent, but I wasn't actually doing the accent. But I remembered that there were going to be slides coming up with accents. I remembered that much. I just didn't know where they were. And I didn't remember what the accents were. I just remembered that I was going to have to do them. And now that I've interjected on myself, let's hope I remember how to do the accents. Oh my. How did you know? Just keep doing this accent and you'll be fine. Tip number 1, ladies. The right kind of man doesn't want some floozy prancing out there in the latest fashions, flashing her body like a 2-bit call girl. He wants a modest, thrifty, and most of all, a respectful woman. Do you have any sex? Preferably gunny. in Nigel, or else some other drab, itchy cloth of poor quality. Make a dress of that, and he's sure to see you as wife material. Tip number 2. Do you wear rouge, lipstick, or other makeups that make you look like a French woman? Your future guy wants his future gal to look like she was made in the good old US of A. I definitely wrote this for this accent. The good old US of A, where we talk like this all the time. No, I'm from the Midwestern part of it, yes. Oh my. How dare you question a lady of the country of origin? Oh, how deliciously absurd. Okay, I caught myself doing a stupid thing, so now I can do whatever accent I want. Do you wear rouge, lipstick, or other makeups that make you look like a French woman? Your future guy wants his future gal to look like she was made in the good old US of A. Do what I do and put on makeup like a good Protestant woman. Put on the wrong color of foundation so it shows your scowl lines formed over a lifetime of suppressing urges. And also put on dark mascara, being sure to smear it on your eyelids. If that was Johnny Depp, isn't that how Johnny Depp talks in Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, you say Caribbean, so you enjoy being wrong about pronunciations. Oh, I'm going to go on a Caribbean cruise. I'm going to drink my Caribbean fruit drinks. I'm going to wear Caribbean cut shorts and wear a smart Caribbean hat. Like, no, Caribbean. You're going to go on a Caribbean cruise like a classy person. You say Caribbean, they don't even let you on the boat. And yes, cruises are for fancy people. That's the whole crux of the thing. If you want to sit there and be like, no, cruises are for crazy people who don't mind getting diseases on, like, worse than hotel clean level of bed sheets, then hey now, you're an all-star. That's all I want to say. Go play. Anyway, so yeah, that's a great tip. That's a great tip. Does the object of your unspoken affection know what your voice sounds like? He better not. The latest reader survey shows that men prefer women who don't talk too much. And especially ones who don't interrupt the big game and talk about what kind of women he prefers. And Stella, one talk with me does not qualify as a real survey. That is not the voice of a man who's watching the game. It's like Paul Lind with Parkinson's. Oh, jeez. Where did that guy even come from? This insanity. And Stella, one talk with me does not qualify as a real survey. I hope you put that in your little magazine for the girls to read. Embrace the loneliness now. A good man doesn't want a wife who interferes too much with his affairs. Not that she suspects him of having an affair for the past month when he's been working suspiciously late. What's his business is his business,
and we'll always have a marriage because that's what we promised. So I'll be here playing the role I'm meant to play, because that's what a good wife does, see? It's a good thing. Embrace the loneliness and you'll make a great wife. Do you know what? You shouldn't let anyone crush your spirit. You don't have to get married just because society tells you to. You have a lifetime to live if you'll only just take it now. It's too late for me. But I don't want to see another generation of women crying in the kitchen, and no, not because of the onions. Tip number 6. So live while you can. Pose for the art class, like that kid with the goatee asked you to. Go down by the lake with the kid with the goatee and get into some necking and petting. That's old-timey talk for letting him do hand stuff with you, and you just let him do the hand stuff, and you don't have to do anything back. Oh, yes, it is a good idea. No, they don't do that anymore, do they? Well, seems someone I know should advocate for its return. Tip number 7. Let that older man trying to live out a youth fantasy take you to his lake house and spend a weekend fishing, drinking, and we'll see where it goes from there. Tip number 8. Get an abortion so you don't have to live, so you don't have a living reminder of the greatest mistake of a sexual relationship you've ever had. If you want to make sure he pays for it, make sure the man you're seeing at the lake house is a Republican congressman. No, sweetie. Your entire existence is not just a matter of me having decided not to have the abortion that the senator kept pressuring me to get. Mommy and Daddy planned you, and then Daddy went back to his other family. But he'll come back to us someday.
Wow. Did this guy forget that this is supposed to be a comedy show and not the last 3 seasons of MASH? Oh, wait. Now we're all realizing that MASH was supposed to be a comedy show itself. So maybe that's not the best analogy. MASH, comedy, right? Tip 12. I think 11 is the right tip to end on, it being our 11th episode celebration spectacular and all, which is definitely the same name that I used when I called it what it was. No, extravaganza was never part of the name. Never. You can quote me on that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. No more questions. It occurs to me that Google has realized that the rest of this presentation should be in this slide format, because when I hit Control M, it gave me a slide in this format and not the original format of this presentation, which, if you don't remember, was Doritos. Don't think about them. Cool Ranch, nacho cheese, any of the unnecessary ones that are all different kinds of, like, salsa picante, spicy zesty, spicy ghost pepper, and whatnot. Like, what? Why? Oh, as an audience, you'll take some kinds of meta-referencing, but not others? Okay, so how do you know which kinds are funny and which kinds aren't? Wait, why did that take such a turn? I was just referencing the thing that I'm talking about, how the slide was made, and I referenced how the slide was made on the slide itself, and that's self-reference. And then I was like, oh, audience, you didn't think this slide was funny? I'm assuming that when this is watched in the future, that the audience will be like, yeah, we are not on board with you doing this kind of meta referencing, but other kinds of meta referencing we're totally fine with. So how do you know which kinds are funny and which kinds aren't? Would this slide have been funny had it not referenced its own hilarity in the slide asking whether or not it would have been that sort of meta reference? With the fact that I mentioned that there should be a question mark on the end of this slide, would that make it funny? How does comedy work anymore? I don't remember. I have more show to do, and I don't remember how comedy works. Son of a... God damn it. You know what? It's a good time to remind everyone, hey, everyone listening, do you know Steam, the thing where you download games for your computer so you can play them on a computer? No, not an Xbox or a PlayStation. We're talking a personal computer, a PC. So I have game keys for Steam, and if anyone were to comment and be like, I heard this part where you mentioned Steam keys, I would be like, well, you're getting one, my friend. But no one has ever, and all the times I've said that, no one has ever mentioned, like, hey, I should get one. And people will have commented and been like, hey, cool video, said one person. Hey, didn't you realize that you're supposed to press the analog or press the D-pad? You idiot. That game you were playing, that's an actual thing someone said, and they were correct, by the way. Still don't like that game. Anyway, yeah. Oh, then two brothers were like, poggers. They'll be like, whoa, we're on YouTube. If they ever actually watched these videos, which if they did, they would be like, wait, we're hearing this, but that means that nobody else watches these? Because he has seen his own usage statistics and he knows for a fact that these have not been watched by anyone. Anyway, comment down below, ring that bell. You know how you gotta do. No, but seriously, comment, say that I owe you a Steam key and I'll give you one. Heck, even if you don't have a computer, if you know someone with a computer and you'll give it to them. It's a free game. Help out a friend. I don't care. Anyway. Oh, I'm playing chess with your brain. Because I was like, would this have been if it referenced its own hilarity? Man, brain chess. Boom. Except for, like, here's the part where it's not. Because this is not a chessboard. And why does he have mostly pawns that are, like, not lined up how pawns would be lined up if this were a chessboard? Which we've already established it is not. It's just a white table. What chess are you playing, bro? What chess and against whom? This is just, it's a cameraman on the other side of the room. And this man just on a table with no checkerboard pattern of any sort. Or chessboard, if you will. And you should, because, you know, chess pieces. Anyway, dumb picture is what I'm saying. I put a dumb picture in my slideshow, and I thought you should know. It's a dumb one. I'm a dummy for putting it. I'm a dummy for talking about it and thinking that you would find it interesting or funny. It's dumb all around. I mean, there's no getting around how dumb the picture is, but me for thinking it'd be interesting to discuss, nope. That's the sound of me drinking water. That is water, ladies and gentlemen. This point in my evening, I'm trying to remain hydrated. It's very important. Anyway, if there's time, and there won't be, do the bit about the difference between popular YouTube gamers and you, a not even known enough YouTuber to be unpopular, like you would have get 10 times as many people disliking your videos as you currently get watching them now to even qualify as unpopular. I think there's more on this part, but there is time. Look, I could even hold up, dude. I could. Boom. Okay. I know it just went black screen on this video, and what you see down below it are the slides portion. This will make sense in just a second. Boop. Oh, here we go. Yep. Oh, God. This game was such a disappointment. I should play it, but I won't. You know what? Blazing Beaks is a good one to play because it's quick. Quick levels and whatnot. Okay. So, gonna play an actual game. Yeah, gonna play actual game. Get actual footage. And it'll be like when I was playing this game for my channel. Okay. All right, Blazing Beaks. Here we go. You know, I do have an episode of this, of me actually playing it, but me going and getting that footage would take more effort than I'm willing to put in. It's actually less effort for me to, do this than to do any amount of video editing. So let's do story normal. Yeah, let's be a different duck this time, or a different bird. Ooh, this one. Yeah, 3, 2. Okay. Oh man, he's a different dude. Okay. Totally different gun, totally different gameplay. Way different range. Boom. Okay. I have to hit this because it is a spawner. Get my coin. And that's the end of the level. Okay. When I hit A, it will take me to the next level. And procedurally generated. It's Blazing Beaks. It's a fun game. I reviewed it. I said it was good in my channel. Now, here's how other YouTubers be, and I'm talking about the ones that my kids watch, so maybe it skews that way. But I swear to God, like, even I encounter a lot of this kind of stuff, and it's so not me. Like, funny story. Before I go in there, and it will explain everything you need to know about my YouTube channel and why it is the way that it is with me as a gamer, being lazy and doing the things that I do, and like not approaching it with the same kind of approach as people who actually like make a living doing this, which I don't care about making a living doing this. I already have a job that I like. Which how many people in the United States can say that right now? Jeez, it's bad out there. Anyway, so when I was going to my doctor to get diagnosed for anxiety and depression, which I suffer from and which I am medicated for, I went in, and the doctor, who is a sort of curmudgeonly older guy, has been a doctor forever, and he just does not have time to mess around. There's no time for pleasantries. There's no time for like really, dancing around and being like, well, let's talk about feelings for a half an hour. How would that be nice? He's very much like, I don't know how much time I have left. And so we're going to cut to the chase. Anyway, because like he was going in for like hip surgery or knee surgery or something, like, just very, very soon after my appointment. So even his appointments, it felt like he was rushing everybody through so he could, shut down the office and recoup from knee surgery. Anyway, so yeah, this is the doctor. This is how he is in the time that I'm seeing him. I'm putting way too many details in this story, which, by the way, very much a part of my YouTube channel. Like, too many details that nobody gives a crap about? Absolutely. Not enough of details that any reasonable person would be like, hey, what about this normal thing to ask for? Nope. None of that. Anyway, so, yeah. I forgot the story I was telling. Ooh, remember, doctor. Okay. So, doctor is like, so you think you have anxiety and depression. This is the first thing he says when the door is closed and it's just me and him. He's like, so you think you suffer from anxiety and depression? And I'm like, I don't know, like, my wife thought it would be a good idea for me to come here, and, if it's a problem that I've suffered from, I'd really like to, take it seriously, because it means that my life could be better than it is right now. I just have to, take the steps to make it better, and, and this is how I'm talking to the doctor, and he's like, yeah. I think you suffer from depression. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, well, you're not really lighting up the room, are you? Yeah, that's what an actual doctor said to me when I was being diagnosed for depression and anxiety, but mostly depression, because that's what makes it funny that he said that. Anyway, so yeah, why are my videos the way that they are? Because I'm the person that I am. So deal with that. It's like half of these videos are me just dealing with myself, doing my thing, so I feel good about myself and whatnot. Like, it ain't about you. It ain't about, like, if you're not me and you're watching this video, this ain't even for you. Like, this is for me. Oh, geez, I'm going so long. The game wants to, like, screen wants to dim. All right, here we go. We're going to go across and I'm going to do a terrible version of other YouTubers. Hey guys, we're playing Blazing Beast right here. It's a real fun game. Oh man, just shot that guy. Oh, I need to shoot that other guy. Anyway, so this is my second time playing this game. It's really fun. Hey, you see, the first time I played it, there's a guy who is like really, really, high powered, but his range is really limited. Which would you rather? Higher power or more range? Because I got way more range on this one, but I got to shoot these guys a whole bunch of times. Anyway, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Really, really helps me out. Like, my body is rejecting the concept of me being that enthusiastic about anything. Holy smokes. I wasn't even doing a good job of being enthusiastic about this game, which I like. I like this game. Like, I'm enjoying playing it now. Why would I not like it? So stupid that that I'm like, oh, those other guys with their YouTube channels, they have this thing where it's like, hey, I bring lots of energy because I'm happy, And then there's me over here where I was like, hey, I'm holding it together. I'm not crying right now, so it's pretty good. I'm not actively trying to fill the void in my soul with, things that are never, never, ever gonna make it work out. Oh boy, that's and that's the difference between those type of YouTubers and me. And look at the part where I'm making fun of myself. Haha, you're not even popular enough to be unpopular. You'd have to have a certain level of knownitude to be unpopular. Yeah, that's actually factual and correct. But before performance, Pizza Pockets. And after performance, wishing I had more Pizza Pockets, but I don't. Oh, but I've still got Otter Pops, so it's cool. Literally. Everything will be cool, both literally and metaphorically. All of the coolness will be there. Both kinds. Both kinds of cool. Wait, did that mean that this is the end? Yeah. I think that's exactly what this means, friend. Should we sing a song? Or did we remember to play the theme song in the beginning? Oh, I don't think I played the theme song in the beginning. I'm pretty sure I did not play the theme song in the beginning. I had it ready to play, but I did not play it. Here we go.
This has always been the theme song. This has always been the theme. This has always been the theme song. This has always been the theme.
Oh, the cha part of it. The cha is what does it. Hey, thanks for 11. This was going to say great episodes when I was writing it, but then I was like, nope, pretty good. Like, let's be honest. And I think, honestly, even pretty good is higher praise than it deserves. Like, I've rewatched these. Nobody else has watched them. If you've watched it up to this part, definitely remember what I said in the last part about Steam codes. And you know what to do. You should. If you don't, rewind it to the last part, and you'll be like, oh, that's right. Anyway. And now for some promotional considerations and whatnot. This program was made possible by the Igneous and Gertrudina Buttcomer Foundation and by viewers like you. Wait, did I burp there the same time last week? It feels like maybe I did. Promotional considerations provided by Ralph Morgan's Extra Strangly Snakes, the Lonely Ass Librarians Guild, Grandpappy True Reel's Foul-Smelling Balms and Gruels, and the one and only True God. This program was directed and performed by the mysterious personage. He thinks you're onto him. Written by Braxton White Guy. He's not actually this gray. He uses graying creams daily. Braxton, yes you do. Yes you do. Oh yeah, this guy. Theme song by the Out of Tuners. Yeah, definitely every time can hear how out of tune that is. So thanks, guys. Presentation of Non-Sober Badger Productions. You know where and how we do this. This is how it be. A subsidiary of the large, boring-sounding corporation with surprisingly questionable business practices. Lawful Asset Holdings Incorporated. a branch of the intentionally vague corporation whose purpose may never be known. The Blaine Group. And communism. It's not dead yet, suckers. And speaking of not dead, I hope this episode is not dead because I hope there are more slides in it because I thought that it was longer. It's actually relatively short for a weekend type fun episode. They normally run well over an hour, sometimes like ridiculously long, like upwards of 2 hours. I don't think 2 hours is a good podcast, YouTube video. I know what I do for a not living. I know what I do for a waste of my available free time on this earth, the exact kind of waste of time that Heidegger says that we use to distract us from the inevitability of our own death. And no, I'm not bringing up Heidegger right now as a way of saying that Nazis and commies are not the same. Because they're not. Although there's that YouTube video that's like Nazis and communism are the same and that they're both American Democrats. And it's like, wait a minute. You can't redefine everything so that your enemy... It's a terrible video, and the people who made it should be ashamed of themselves. It's like, hey, have you considered hating your neighbors for almost no reason? Like, what? Come on, people. Okay, bye. Is that it? Are you serious? But hey, this keyboard though, right? Do you hear that? Right? Okay. I swore I wouldn't tell anyone. But I'm going to tell you. Okay. First of all, this is a drop control, which is a really, really nice aluminum keyboard. Really nice and heavy, solid sounding. I like the low profile design rather than the high profile. There is a high profile version of this. Anyway, lube the stabilizers. I never lube the switches, but I love the way these sound. It's a tactile switch, as you heard. Not a super high budget switch. It's my dirty little secret that I've been using on my last 2 builds, and I'm very happy with. I mean, for a little while, I was using Otemu purples, and was like, oh, these Otemu purples sound pretty awesome. And then there was an AliExpress special, like there was a special deal on Akko Ocean Blues, AKKO Ocean Blues, and they are a little bit more than Otemu's, not that much, like really not that much more. But they are a little bit more than Otemu's. And they come in like beautiful packaging that if you were lubing, that you could use to hold all the switch pieces as you are lubing the switches. I didn't lube mine because I don't want to lube switches. I feel like it's a bridge too far. And honestly, it's like at a certain point, you're either building keyboards for yourself or you're building keyboards to like make videos of and be like, hey, listen to the ASMR of my keyboard. Snap, snap. Like, yeah. Anyway, regardless, you see how I held this out even though it should have been done, and I added nothing. Unless, of course, you're like, oh, Akko Blues, you say. Ocean Blues. Okay. I'm going to go check those out. Are they 16 some odd dollars? Yeah. Oh my God. That's like for switches, for like decent linear switches. Yeah, that's like Gateron Yellow prices. But yes, I know Gateron Yellows are linear and they're not a tactile. Got it. Anyway, totally not prolonging this video for no reason to talk about a hobby that only people with too much time on their hands spend any amount of time thinking about. Anyway, people, hope you enjoy this one. We will see you in the next one. These are carbon keycaps. I really, really like this profile. It's not XDA. It's, I forget what it is. But they're all the same height like XDA. They're just thicker. They're more the profile of like a, is it DSA? Is that the round one? I forget what all the acronyms, or not acronyms, initialisms, abbreviations for the the various profiles are. But these are all the same height. They're carbon, but they're dye sublimated, and they have cool little designs on them from some sci-fi show that I've never seen. Or a video game that I've never played. One of the two. But they sound like popcorn. And that is amazing. Love this keyboard. Makes me very happy. Anyway, people, this has been Keyboard Corner. This is me, Rem Pemberton, having spent one episode of Keyboard Corner. It's the big one. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did one episode. Wow. Really, man, I come from a small town and no one would ever grow up to even do one, and let alone 11. And that's a bit, oh my God, let's not do that again. Seriously, people. Okay, bye.